Myers lines one down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball into the left field corner. Jankowski will score. Hosmer to third. It's an RBI double for Wil Myers, and the Padres take a 2-1 lead. Nice victory last night in Game 1 of this brief two-game set as the Padres with the win, 2-1, and the big hit for Wil Myers. Eric Hosmer back in the lineup today for the Padres. He's riding a 5-game hitting streak at .350 with 3 homers and 6 RBIs during the 5-gamer. Robinson Cano on the other side, who homered in last night's game. Last 6 games, got 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and hitting at .364. We welcome you to Safeco Field and inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Nice victory last night for the Padres, and again, they get it done in the 9th inning. It's become a magical inning.
Better late than never. That seems to be the theme for the Swinging Friars, and in Cincinnati, it's been a long road trip. You're up against one of the better relievers, Raisel Iglesias, against Eric Hosmer. Oh, don't throw it there because you know what's going to happen. In the bandbox in Cincinnati, breaks the tie and excitement all the way around. Off day, and then it carries over to Seattle. Edwin Diaz, this guy's ERA, regular save situation 1.07, non-save almost 7. Seems like these Padre hitters do well against hard throwers. Hosmer single with the Renfroe hit, and then that double by Wil Myers. Some magic happening. Like I said, it's late, but it's working great for the San Diego Padre team offensively.
Well, today we'll see Joey Lucchesi on the mound. He's already faced the Mariners. They'd like to duplicate that outing.
Not a hard thrower, but I think Joey Lucchesi possesses a couple of weapons. That's the fastball, the two-seam fastball, up and out of the zone with 2 strikes. If he gets ahead early, knee high, you can get a ground ball, maybe a swing and miss. But it's the curve and the curveball that works well. Last time against these M's, he's scouting them right. He knows how to go against these guys. Their offense has been pretty anemic lately, but this is the longest he's gone this year, 6 2/3. Two-seam fastballs to get ahead, wipe him out of the zone with that off-speed stuff. Hey, if Joey's Joey this afternoon, if he's in fuego, should be a season sweep against the Seattle Mariners.
Well, the Padres bullpen has been outstanding. Coming up, we will check in with Craig Stammen and Kirby Yates to get their thoughts on the direction of the pen. Next, from Safeco Field in Seattle when Bob Scanlon joins us. by Castillo. That is strike 3, good pitch. Off the pitcher, coming home now. The throw that's going to be in time. Swing and a miss, and the Padres win.
The Padres walked away with a 2-1 victory last night, and for the third consecutive time, it was the bullpen that notched the victory. Craig Stammer with his 8th win of the season. Kirby Yates had his 8th save. But it hasn't just been the veterans that have been getting the job done. It's been the young guns as well that have done a great job of bridging that gap between the starters to get to that veteran back end. And here's what some of those veterans had to say about those young guns bridging the gap.
Yeah, I feel like we got a lot of high character guys down there that have been called up, and when that mixes with a lot of talent, you tend to get some pretty good results. So they're only going to get better from here, and they're doing outstanding already, which is pretty amazing.
They're not really afraid of anything. They're going out there and attacking, and trying to get it out. It's going to be fun watching them at some point having to adjust and kind of pitch a little bit more and learn the league. But they're extremely talented and fun to be a part of.
You can tell the veterans are impressed not just with the stuff that these young guys have, but even more importantly with their character, with their makeup, the ability to make big pitches in the key clutch situations and to work out of jams, which we've seen a lot of late. This is a very exciting young bullpen, and there's a lot to look forward to going into next season. Well, the Padres will try to get it done again today. Stay hot, Haas. Eric Hosmer's got a 5-game hitting streak that includes 3 home runs. He'll try to give some support to Joey Lucchesi. They're going up against Wade LeBlanc, Padres Mariners. First pitch coming up next, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac, visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. I welcome you back to Seattle as it's time now for Saquon Pick the Stick. Weigh in on Twitter for a chance to win $25 free play at Saquon Casino. Just hashtag the broadcaster I'm with and the last name you want to join forces with. If they win, you could win too. One random winner selected daily, and you must be 18 and older to win. Follow us at Fox Sports SD for more details. On this late afternoon start, let's check out the weather, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. 66 degrees. South breeze at 7 miles per hour. The forecast mostly cloudy for the remainder of the day. Ready to work here. The first pitch of the ball game is Wade LeBlanc, and it's in there for strike 1 to Francisco Mejia. leading it off here for the Padres. Padres have won the first 3 games against the Mariners this year, and this one grounded to short. Gordon Beckham's throw off the mark, but the tag is there for the out. Nice play by Ryan Healy coming off the bag. Let's check out the Padres starting lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Francisco Mejia, the DH, leading it off, just grounded out. Will Myers at third base. Hunter Renfroe is in left field with Eric Hosmer at first base. Franmil Reyes in right. Austin Hedges does the catching. Freddie Galvis at shortstop bats 7th with Manuel Margot in center. And Corey Spangenberg at second base bats 9th. So Will Myers, last night's hero, with a double, driving in the go-ahead run in the 9th inning.
Thank goodness for that double, huh?
That was huge.
Big time hits late on this road trip in Cincinnati. We talked about it earlier, and of course last night, to walk away happy 2-1 winners.
Into shallow right center, Mitch Haniger coming over. Glasses on, makes the catch for out number 2.
Check out the Mariners defense, brought to you by your San Diego Cadillac dealers. Christopher Negron in left field for the Mariners. Guillermo Heredia in center. Mitch Haniger we just saw in right. In fact, Negron first start in left field since September of 2017. Seager on the infield at third. Beckham at short. Cano at second base. Healy at first. And Freitas will be catching this afternoon.
Renfroe jumps on the first pitch and pops it up left side to shallow left. And Beckham back there to make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 first. The Mariners are coming up. Brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Mitch Haniger leading it off in right field with Robinson Cano at second base. Nelson Cruz is the DH. Ryan Healy at first base with Kyle Seager at third. Christopher Negron in left field with Gordon Beckham at shortstop. David Freitas does the catching, and it is Guillermo Heredia, the center fielder for the Marlins. Joey Lucchesi on the mound today for the Padres.
And the 25-year-old Joey Lucchesi making his 23rd start. He's got the two-seamer up and out of the zone. He's got the curveball and the curve, and there you see the usage of the fastball. Early for strikes.
Missing for ball 1, 23rd start of the year for Lucchesi. 7-8 with a 3.59 earned run average. Mitch Haniger hitting at .274. And taking a strike over the outside corner. 1-1. Haniger, Cano, and Cruz here in the first inning. Mariners have had trouble scoring runs, just 174 runs since the All-Star break, where the Marlins and Giants have scored fewer runs during that time. And last night, boy, really frustrating. They were 1 for 7 runners in scoring position.
So is it the Mariners being terrible, or was it the Padres pitching staff that pitched so well? I think it's a little bit of both, but I tell you what, with the way that the Padres have been pitching lately out of the bullpen, they've been stellar.
Henniger fouling it off to the right, out of play. And they're 7 for their last 42 with runners in scoring position in the last 7 games. Henniger with good numbers, 24 homers, 85 runs batted in.
Puts a lot of pressure on the pitching staff, doesn't it?
Sure does.
I feel like you got to throw a shutout each and every time.
The Padres last night getting to their closer in a non-save situation. He has really struggled in that area.
An ERA in non-save situations around 7, just under 7. And then a save situation below 1.
Leads the majors with 54 saves. But again, a non-save situation last night and ends up tagged with a loss in the game.
Let's take a look at the Padres defense. Brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Behind the dish, Austin Hedges putting out the signs. You see the ERA with Lucchesi at 2.81. Myers at third, Galvis at short, Spangenberg at second, Hosmer at first, outfield left to right, Renfro, Margot, Reyes.
On the ground up the middle, into center field, a base hit. It was on a 3-2 pitch, a lengthy at bat there for Henniger. And a single to start things here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Don't get blanked by LeBlanc. He's been throwing the ball extremely well. 18 straight scoreless innings. It's a nice streak he's got going. And Joey and Fuego for the last Fuego. You know, they could sweep the season series right here if Joey is on fire and Padres score some runs. Go home 4-0 against the M's this year.
You know, the Padres winning the 2 games at Petco Park and winning the first game of the 2 games here at Safeco Field. So Henniger aboard at first base and a check on him right away. To the left, out of play. You know, last night with a home run, his 8th of the year. 33 RBIs, a 285 average. Over there again, and Henniger crossing over to get back to the bag. Cano in the last 12 games hitting at .326. Chops this one towards first base. Hosmer will go to second for 1. No throw to first. They do get the lead runner in Henniger. 3-6 on the force out at second base.
Last time out against these Mariners, Joey Lucchesi had the curveball working. So he faced them in San Diego. He saw them last night. Now he's on the hill and right there with 2 strikes. Look at the location where it ends up. Out of the hand, looks very inviting, very enticing for the hitter, right? Then it gets in the hitting area and out of the zone, splitting the plate there. That's a tough pitch to lay off, especially with 2 strikes. Joey can go up the ladder with the 2-seam fastball, down with the fastball, and then in the dirt with that breaking ball for the punch out.
Well, now 1 on for Nelson Cruz.
Does not throw hard. That's a given. 90-91 on the fastball. Got to stay out of that picture frame in the middle.
Cano at first with 1 down, and Cruz will take the strike. 1-1. And Hickok's working the play today for the umpires. Gabe Morales at first, Ramon De Jesus at second, and crew chief Jerry Meals at third base. It's a 1-1. Casey 2-2 in his last 6 starts with a 3.24 earned run average. Beat the Mariners already August the 29th. There's strike 2 on that inside edge. 2-2.
And that's a big pitch for Joey Lucchese. Fastballing, don't have to throw that hard, man. You get it in by the label there. And maybe go two-seamer away. Maybe a curveball. Looks like he's going back inside here.
Did he go? No, he did not, says Gabe Morales. Casey took the loss in his last start, allowing 2 runs in 5 innings. Padres lost that game 6-0 to the Diamondbacks at Chase Field. Begin this trip. Seems like a very long time ago. That is ball 4, and Cruz down to first base. First walk allowed by Lucchese. So 2 on, 1 away, and it brings up Ryan Healy.
You know, the walks are kind of uncharacteristic for Joey. 38 walks, now 39. Allowed this year 6th fewest of any NL hurler who's made at least 22 starts.
This marks his 23rd start of the year of his major league career. And 2 men on here for the Mariners. And a pitch dropping in there for a strike to Healy.
You know, as I look out at the defense for the Padres, Eric Hosmer is so far off the bag at first base. It's enabling Robinson Cano. Look at how far off Robinson is off first base. He's going to get help from Chris Prieto. He's the first base coach for the Mariners. But you know, an extra base hit, you know, Cano doesn't have blazing speed. Extra base hit, that's possibly a run.
Ball towards second base. He'll flip to second for 1. Galvis on to first for 2. Double play, nicely done. Needed that, gets him out of the inning unscathed. Done with 1 without a score.
Very scary moment last night for the Padres. In the 8th inning, Luis Urias with a ground ball to the right side. He gets to the base at the same time, and he pulls up limping. At first, we thought it might be an ankle, but you see, actually, it happened before he gets to the base. It turns out that it was his left hamstring. Pulled it, strained it, had to be helped off the field. Very, very scary moment for the Padres. The good news is last night he was in crutches. Today he's already doing better. He's walking around without the crutches. Now the Padres are still very concerned about it. There's a chance that he may get an MRI when they return to San Diego to see just how serious the strain is. But suffice it to say, guys, there is no reason for the Padres to take any chances. Most likely he is done for the season, and they'll get him healthy for next year. So very scary, but hopefully not too bad, and he'll be back next season, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. This one off the glove of Healy at first base, and Hosmer will reach. Nice bid there by Gordon Beckham, kind of rounding behind that one and got the throw off, but it's off the glove of Healy, and Hosmer is on. They charge Beckham with an error on the throw. So Hosmer reaching on the error, and it brings up Franmil Reyes. Another look here.
There's him surrounding the ball, Don, as you mentioned, then up towards the home plate side. Very difficult play for Healy. Those are the little things that the Padres have to take advantage of and win this final game against the Mariners this year.
Franmil Reyes batting with a runner at first, nobody out here in the second inning. 265, 15 homers, 24 runs batted in for Reyes.
Remember our trivia question last night? The home run Phil Nevin hit?
Yes.
Off of Jamie Moyer. I think we could see the same from Wade LeBlanc. He's Jamie Moyer-like. His fastball is 87, 88. He's got to move it around. He's got to flip up the soft stuff, change up, cutter, curveball. But 87, 88 on that fastball.
Straight scoreless innings pitched now. Third longest active streak in Major League Baseball. 2-1 in his last 6 starts. Of course, spending his first 4 Major League seasons in a Padres uniform. We're being traded to the Marlins in November of 2011. So to right center field, Heredia battling the sun out there, and he makes the catch. That was a bit of an adventure. So 1 on, 1 out. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
Wade LeBlanc pitched 146 innings for the Padres in 2010. Named 2 of the 3 Padres pitchers who tossed more innings in that season. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
I'm going to refrain from answering because I know the answer.
1 out, 1 on, and it brings up Austin Hedges. Hedges and Mejia flip-flopping spots today. With Hedges catching the day game after the night game, and Mejia DHing.
These hitters are going to have to wait back, man, today.
Below the hitting speed.
Yes.
Zipped inside, 2-1. Now the numbers with the Padres for LeBlanc. Total of 54 games, 52 of which were starts. Under 500 record individually.
Had plenty of opportunity, as we mentioned earlier.
Down the line, but foul.
Yeah, second round pick, 61st, 62nd pick for the Padres. Out of Alabama.
It's had a pretty good deal here with the Mariners.
Yeah, there's some club options in there. If he pitches well, the club can pick it up, and pretty secure, nice little deal for the left-hander Wade LeBlanc. He's a good egg.
Hedges grounds it foul again outside of third.
See how kind of out in front that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know,
can't wait.
Yeah, it's tough to really wait and let that ball travel a little bit more. Kind of get froggy, a little antsy out in front.
Hosmer with a short lead over at first base, held on by Ryan Healy. And a grounder foul into the Padres dugout. They're housed on the third base side here at Safeco Field.
You know, Don, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss this place.
We'll be back here very soon.
Seattle.
Yeah. But,
when soon?
End of spring training.
That's not soon enough.
Okay. You want to be back like what, next
week? No, I just really like it here.
It's a great spot.
Everything about it. City, ballpark, people, fans.
Back here at the end of spring training, and we come back during the regular season again.
Yeah.
So don't worry, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I'll be all right.
Payoff pitch coming up here to Hedges with one out at Hosmer at first base. Hedges drives one to the air to left field pretty deep. Back goes Negron at the wall, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Austin Hedges, his 13th of the year, and the Padres jump out to the 2-0 lead. Austin Hedges with quite an at-bat there. Payoff pitch he takes out of the yard to the bullpen. 2-0 San Diego.
As Don mentioned, it's the payoff pitch, and there's the 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Talking about letting the ball travel just a little bit more. It's up, middle, in, and that is off the auxiliary scoreboard. Right off the Braves, Giants score. 2-1 Atlanta, 2-0 San Diego. The ball was crushed.
2-0 Padres. One out here in the second inning, and Freddie Galvis hitting at .234, 11 homers and 60 runs batted in for Freddie. Off balance cut there. Fooled on that pitch. Austin Hedges with a 2-run home run as the Padres on top 2-0. Galvis will lift this in the air to center field again. Heredia battling the sun out there. Makes the catch, sunglasses on, 2 down.
Well, you look at his shadow, Heredia out in center field, and it's 12 o'clock. I mean, that sun is it's high, obviously at almost 4 o'clock now, but if he was a sundial, it's right behind him at 12 o'clock. And that sun is at 6 o'clock.
There's Manuel Margot with 2 down, and the base is empty.
Did that make sense?
It did, yeah. I was just looking at my watch to see. So the sun is at 6 o'clock, but he's at,
his shadow is at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that would explain why he's having so much trouble catching fly balls out there.
Yeah. He's got the glasses. He's using his glove to shade the sun.
Pitch inning so far for LeBlanc, who threw just 5 pitches and enjoyed a 1-2-3 first inning. An error committed in the inning, then the 2-run home run. Now he falls behind 3-1. Austin enjoying his 13th home run of the year. Strike in there on the inside edge to Margot. 402 feet on the home run for Hedges.
Yeah, that was about the bullpens.
That's ball 4. Didn't miss by a lot. The first walk allowed by LeBlanc comes with 2 down in the inning.
MLB At Bat is your #1 app to watch live Padres baseball. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Padres home screen icons, features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
2 down, Margot at first, and here is Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg getting the start at second base today. 234, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in. Luis Urias on the DL.
25th start this year for Corey at second base. Yeah, that wasn't pretty last night when Luis was going down that first base line. The guy comes up limping like that. I mean, so many things could happen. Don't want to speculate. Found out what it was, and Bob Scanlon reported that today he's doing much better, which is good news.
Fouled off to the left out of play.
And a nice grab by that fan. She brought her glove to the ball yard. It's a big league play.
It's away, and it's ball 1 to Spangenberg. The field set up straight away. Margot with a relatively short lead at first base. The block looking right at him. And Spangenberg strikes out to end the inning. Well, the Padres jump on top 2-0 thanks to the 2-run home run by Austin Hedges. His 13th home run of the year. Good start for the Padres. They lead it 2-0 after an inning and a half from Seattle. Thanks to the 2-run home run by Austin Hedges. So Joey Lucchese with a lead to work with as he takes the hill. The deal with Kyle Seager, Christopher Negron, and Gordon Beckham here in the second inning. Padres going into a shift on the right side here on Seager. Lucchese way over on the first base side of the rubber. Seager 216, 20 homers, and 72 runs batted in.
Talked to Darren Balzer before the game today, and I said, any nuggets on Joey Lucchese? And he says, no, just Joey be Joey. Talked about the last time against these Mariners. It was the longest he's gone this year, 6 2/3. 1 walk, 6 punchies. Up and out of the zone with the fastball, and they'll chase, and then down and out of the zone with that breaking stuff.
By Hedges, but a tad high. Two-one pitch. And foul towards the end of the Mariners dugout. Casey coming in at 7 and 8 individually. 3.59 earned run average. Trying to grab his 8th win of the year and out to a 2-0 advantage. Chopped into the shift on the right side. Spangenberg will flip to first for out number 1. So 1 away here in the second inning, and that'll bring up Christopher Negron. Negron getting the start in left field. 0 for 2 so far this year with the Mariners. Negron appearing in a few games with the Diamondbacks as well this year. And combined 0 for 6 at the plate. Very late on that. And it's a ball and a strike.
Well, Joey Lucchesi has a shadow right in front of him, right on his stride. Where he lands is now the shadow. And looks like he's got that sun right in his eyes. But not too long before both pitcher and hitter will be in the shade. But you made a good point last night, Don. The batter's eye here at Safeco Field, one of the best.
Yeah, nice and dark.
Yeah. No glare. Even though they've got that huge scoreboard out in center field, it's up high enough to where it's not going to interfere with the vision of the hitter.
Foul back again, and it hangs here 1-2. Negron acquired by the Mariners from Arizona for cash at the end of August, August 30th. Spent most of this year at AAA Reno, hitting .283 for the Diamondbacks, top minor league team. 1-2 pitch. That'll bounce in, blocked by Hedges.
Speaking of trades, for your own ego, would you rather trade it for a player or for cash?
I would rather be traded for another player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin Towers, God rest his soul. Kevin
much?
Towers, he traded somebody for a treadmill. I think he traded somebody for a treadmill.
Yes. That's
One of the greatest trades of all time.
How do you feel if you're the guy that got traded for a treadmill? Swing and a miss. Negron strikes out. First K of the day for Lucchesi, 2 down.
Well, Joey can strike out hitters with so many pitches of his. We showed you the repertoire, right? And that's just a good old-fashioned two-seam fastball off the plate. Negron's got to protect. Can't do much with that if put in play.
Now 2 down here in the second inning brings up Gordon Beckham. 4th stint this year for Beckham at the major league level with the Mariners. At 302, AAA Tacoma. This guy's got 10 years in the big leagues.
Talk about keeping a good attitude, right? And still chasing the dream after all those years in the big leagues.
Pulls it back to the screen, 1-1. Signed to a minor league contract during spring training of this year. The White Sox from 09 through 14, then again in 15. Was an Angel, Brave, Giants. Second year with the Mariners. Down the first base line, lots of spin. Hosmer flips to Lucchesi for the out that will end the inning. A 1-2-3 second inning for Lucchesi, 2-0 Padres. answer to our trivia question. Wade LeBlanc pitched 146 innings for the Padres 2010. Named 2 of the 3 Padres pitchers who tossed more innings: Clayton Richard, John Garland, and Matt Latos.
And a very happy birthday, 35th birthday, 35 years young, the left-hander Clayton Richard, who's back in San Diego watching. 35 candles on the cake today for Clayton.
The left field falling fast. Negron coming in, but it is going to fall in front of him. So Mejia with a base hit to begin things here in the 3rd inning. Time now for our Coors Light refreshing finish. Last night in the 9th inning, this RBI double for Will Myers. Travis Jankowski would score, and the Padres took a 2-1 lead. That would be the final.
Talk about a refreshing finish. Padres had to go out there in the bottom half of the ninth and shut down the Mariners. They did just that, thanks to Kirby Yates recording his 8th save of the season.
Lead runner on for the Padres here in the 3rd inning. It brings up Will Myers. Myers will take strike 1. He fly to right in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Last 4 games hitting at .357. Some weird shadows going on here now this time of day.
And for how cloudy it is, I mean, El Sol is out there, nothing blocking it, you know, up to the north towards Vancouver. I mean, it's a lot of clouds, but south of us towards Tacoma, nothing. Sun is shining brightly. Sorry about knowing all the geographical cities.
Pretty impressive.
I-5 right to the outside right field here at Safeco Field.
Now, you played here, you stayed downtown, right?
I did. Loved it. Walked to the Kingdome each and every day. Had my little coffee spot where I'd go to and crack open a paper. You know, see, back then there was no internet. So I'd sit in that bullpen in the Kingdome down because it was opposite sides. We were housed in the third base side, but our bullpens were down the right field line. And there was this, above the scoreboard, there was a big sign, huge. Saw it every single day. You know what it said? Microsoft. And I'm like, what's that?
Did all right.
Nah, don't worry about it. You don't have to invest in it or anything. This is back in 1992.
Good move.
Yeah. That's when Starbucks really went IPO as well. Had a chance to buy some shares in that.
You passed on that too?
I bought some.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're a very wealthy man then.
No, not at all. I'm a modern day Gordon Gekko.
Have a large portfolio, do you?
Whatever's in my wallet. I think I got $6 left. That's my portfolio. But the Kingdome used to sit where now CenturyLink, the football field, and where the Sounders play.
Mariners infield here, double play depth with Mejia at first. 2-2 to Myers. And this one fouled off the catcher, Freitas. It's over there?
Yep.
How many did it hold, do you remember?
Gosh, Kingdome. I would say in between 40 and 50. And of course, the Seahawks played there as well, so they would convert it into the football field. That place got loud, man.
High and tight, full count.
Deep counts are good against Wade LeBlanc. You get to see what he has to offer. Remember, Austin Hedges, the payoff pitch, fastball. He sent it on its way for the 2-run shot. Another 2-run shot here would be nice.
Runner goes. Myers swings, sends one to right field. Haniger's not going to get this. It'll one-hop the wall. Meanwhile, Mejia making his way around, going to try and score from first base. He will. No throw. And the Padres jump out to the 3-0 lead. I think Haniger got a real good read on that ball. It was quickly up over his head. Back by the 380 marker. And Myers on the double has put the Padres on top 3-0.
Will Myers last night with the go-ahead run down the left field line on the breaking ball from Diaz. Off the soft tossing LeBlanc, he takes it the opposite way through the 380 mark. I'll get it right. Wow. That was rough.
So Myers at second base, a run in, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe.
So excited.
Renfroe flied out to left field in the first inning, 0 for 1.
I'm a mess.
You're okay. On the ground to third base. Seager looks the runner back at second. Throws across the diamond in time to get Renfroe for the first out of the third inning. Time now for the AARP take on Eric Hosmer versus the Mariners here at Safeco Field. He likes it. 12 hits here, 387 batting average as a visitor, with Kansas City and San Diego coming in. Home run, 4 RBIs for him at Safeco Field. One out, Myers at second, and Hosmer getting his second look at LeBlanc.
By the way, capacity for the Kingdome, almost 60,000.
Wow.
59,166.
More than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Hard playing surface, though, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Hard turf.
The original was horrible, but it got a little better as time went on, but really not good for the knees.
The dribbler foul.
A lot of the guys who played there for a long, long time are paying the price these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it shortened Junior's career a little bit. Jay Buhner all those years in right.
Now the artificial surface kind of bouncy.
Yeah.
Not nearly as
Much
hard.
better.
Yeah. Swings at the 0-2 and fouls it off to the left out of play. LeBlanc gives up 2 runs in the second, a run so far here in the third, and Padres have jumped out to the 3-0 advantage. '50th pitch of the day for LeBlanc. Swing and a miss, big cut there by Hosmer, and he strikes out. Second strikeout victim for Wade LeBlanc. And there were 2 outs here in the third inning.
Remember that Wade LeBlanc with the 87-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got to really change it up a little bit. That looks like a changeup right there. Swung on and missed. Same arm speed. Even though that ball split the heart of the plate, gets the swing and miss.
So 2 down here in the third inning, and it brings up Franmil Reyes. Reyes flying out to center field in the second inning, 0 for 1. Chopped to short, and Beckham will go to first base for the out. That will end the inning. Padres picking up another run here in the third inning as Will Myers with a double quickly to right field up over the head of Mitch Haniger. It scores Francisco Mejia, and the Padres have a 3-0 lead after 2.5 from Safeco Field in Seattle.
Of the third inning, and I'm joined here by some very special Padre fans, Dean Howard and his son Carson. Dean, thanks so much for joining us. Carson, great to see you guys.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Carson, you having a good time out here today?
Yeah.
Okay, now what is special about Dean and Carson is that they have traveled to every single major league ballpark to watch the Padres play. Dean, tell us a little bit about how this got started.
It was a hobby in first, and now then it became an obsession. I needed to see them all once I got started. Just been a lot of fun, you know. I mean, going around, I'm almost sad it's over. You know, this is number 30. So we have to either pick a new sport or go back and see the ones that it wasn't the Padres when we were there. Most of them have been the Padres, but not all of them.
And this is the final hurrah, so to speak.
Yeah, this is the final one. When I said to my son, I said, you know, what are we going to do when this is all over? I said, how about we go back around and see the parks that it wasn't the Padres? You know what his answer was? Do we have to go back to Detroit, Daddy?
Detroit wasn't on the top list. Now, did you guys have
I liked it just fine. Okay, we had a good time.
Okay. Carson, did you have a favorite field that you've been to so far?
I like the Orioles field.
Camden Yards, that is a beautiful ballpark, right? Dean, how about you? Do you have any special memories of this adventure that you've been on with your son?
Lots of them. AT&T was gorgeous. PNC was beautiful, loved it. Sometimes I'll see what their signature food is, like, you know, what's the best food at the park, and I'll try to have that while I'm there.
Sure. Any planes, trains, automobiles type incidents that you guys got marooned anywhere or stranded someplace?
We've been rained out, and that's not fun. You get all the way to a game, and we're just so lucky that they have a roof here. I said, we don't have, you know, there's no chance of getting a rain out. We know that they're going to play this game, but skies are open, and it looks, you know, it's just fine.
All right, now Carson, I understand you got a new glove right here, and the other glove was signed by some Padres, is that right?
Yeah, it was signed by Solarte.
Yangervis Solarte. Okay, nice. Are you going to get this glove signed?
I'll try.
All right, well, we'll see what we can do for you. You guys, congratulations. Now, you're collecting something from each ballpark, are you not?
We get a ball from every ballpark, and we have a picture of every place we've been. We've been to 2 All-Star games, of course, Petco and Washington this last July, and then we have a picture of every ballpark. We just had this guy take one of our pictures, so we have our photo album is filled.
And I understand foam fingers were what you were collecting at first, and that took up a little bit too much space?
Foam fingers for one season, and Mama said they collect too much dust, and she threw them all away.
That's such a fun time.
I want to thank his teacher for letting us have the day off. Thank you, Mr. Staples, for giving Carson the day off of school.
Carson, how many days off have you been able to miss?
Just this one.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah, not a bad deal, though, right? Seeing baseball, I mean, there's nothing wrong with school, but seeing ball games is a pretty good time.
We'll be back to school tomorrow. We'll see. We'll be a little late, but we'll be back to school tomorrow.
All right, guys. Hey, congratulations. Glad you made it to all the ballparks, and thanks for being such devout supporters of the Padres. And hopefully you guys make it around again and see the Padres in some of those other ballparks.
I've already looked at next year's schedule. It came out, so I already looked. It's beautiful.
Dean Carson, great seeing you guys. Have fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, Don Mudd, back up to you guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. That's cool. That's really cool.
Making memories right there, and that's going to be something that dad and son could look year to year. And when he grows up and maybe has a family, to look back and share those stories. That's incredible for someone to be able to have the wherewithal to do that.
One down here in the third inning is Lucchesi just picked up his second strikeout. Now dealing with Guillermo Heredia, the center fielder for the M's. '40th pitch of the day coming up for Lucchesi. We have one down here in the third inning. Center fielder Manuel go over towards right center. Ready to go the other way. On the ground, back to Lucchesi. Will run a little and then fire to first base. Radio retired. 1-3, 2 down. Time now for our Kia Drive to Success. Joey Lucchesi with a 3.59 earned run average. NL leaders lowest ERA by rookie starters. Derek Rodriguez, who we've seen a lot of this year with the Giants. Top of that list with a 2.35.
I really like Rodriguez. Walker Buehler, of course, we saw in Mexico, correct? Didn't he start a game in Mexico?
He did. 2 down here in the third inning. Mitch Haniger, top of the order. It's his second look at Lucchesi. Single to center field in the first inning. Mexico seems like a really long time ago.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. What was that, first week of May?
I believe it was. May 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Got a game break coming up from Cincinnati.
Oh, lovely.
Feels like we were in Cincinnati for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Dodgers are there. Two down here in the third inning. 2-0 pitch to Haniger. That's a high fly ball to left center field. Margot battling the sun, going back towards the track to make the catch on the edge of the warning track. 1-2-3 third inning, a 3-0 Padres lead. All right, thanks very much. 3-0. Padres have the lead here. To the 4th inning we go.
That's what makes baseball the best reality show on TV. It is unbelievable how the Dodgers have been winless this year against Cincinnati. And it comes down to maybe 1 or 2 games that makes the difference. Talk about kicking yourself. There's always that one team, right?
Well, right here it's been the Padres for the Mariners. Padres have won the first 3 games of this 4-game series this year between the 2 cities. Austin Hedges made a 2-run home run his last time up. Gets his second look at Wade LeBlanc here in the 4th inning. Here was the home run back in the 2nd inning, his 13th of the year.
The payoff pitch, fastball up and in a little bit, and Austin got to it off the auxiliary scoreboard beyond the bullpen.
Now sends a 2-hopper out to short. Gordon Beckham's throw in time. Hedges retired 6-3 for the first out here of the 4th inning. So 1 down, and will bring up Freddie Galvis. Freddie fly down to the center fielder Guillermo Heredia in the 2nd inning. Four in a row retired now by LeBlanc. 2 runs in the 2nd and a run in the 3rd. .60 pitches for LeBlanc so far through 3 1/3 innings. 2-1 to Galvis. On the ground to 3rd, and that one eats up Seager. He looked a little indecisive as to what he wanted to do there, and it gets by him into left field. Freddie Galvis aboard at first.
Hey, I'm all about Freddie Galvis trying to get a big league knock, but after looking at this one, my gut reaction, this has got to be an error. He let the ball play him. He got caught in between, like you said. Should I go on the big hop, or should I play it back? And you know, that hop just ate him up a little bit. My guess it's going to be E5.
It is an error charge to Seager at 3rd base. 2nd miscue of the day for the Mariners, both on the left side of the infield. One on Gordon Beckham, the shortstop, and more recently Kyle Seager. There we go. Fouls one off to the right, out of play. And well walked in the 2nd inning, so he's been on once today already. Batting out of the 8th spot today, and of course Padres using the DH. American League City here in Seattle. To right field, Haniger going back, and Haniger will just get there. Kind of a late lunge there, be able to make the grab almost over his head. 2 down.
Starting in week 4, Fox will be the network home of Thursday night football, and the schedule we have on Fox this year is loaded. One huge can't miss matchup after another. Thursday night football coming to Fox week 4. Now it's a game.
Two down here in the 4th inning, and it brings up Corey Spangenberg.
Are you an NFL guy?
I love the NFL.
Do you?
Yep. You?
Yeah, I like to watch. One of my favorite graphics that I saw this past week after the Steelers and Browns tied, right? You know how they have the ticker on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
It said score Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and then it said Cleveland, best start since 2004, 0-0-1.
Well, they didn't lose. Well, guessing was Galvis, and he guessed wrong. Taking off at first base, he'll be caught trying to steal. Done with 3.5 with the Padres on top 3-0. Brought to you by Petco, the pet company, and by your San Diego Honda dealers. Visit us at sdhondadealers.com. Back in Seattle, and some Padres gear on here. Some Padres fans.
Love it. A lot of Padres fans here.
San Diego fans of the game, in fact. Padres have a 3-0 advantage as we head to the last of the 4th inning, and it's 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Mariners. Ground ball right side. Spangenberg sliding to his left, and he throws out Robinson Cano. So Cano 0 for 2 today, and 1 down here in the 4th inning for Nelson Cruz.
Well, Joey Lucchese has found his groove. Single, walk in the first, double play helped out, and it's been perfect since.
One down here in the 4th inning brings up Cruz for the 2nd time. He walked in the 1st inning. Now retired by Lucchese. In the air down the left field line. That ball is going to be off the wall. Renfroe plays the carom as Cruz heads for second base, sliding with a wall ball double. That was a rocket out to left field and nearly hit a home run, but it's off the fence and left.
I'll be quite honest with you. I knew that ball was hit hard, but I didn't think it was going to be rifled off the wall. I thought it was going to maybe short hop, maybe the grass or the front part of the warning track, but he gets to this one. 89 in, gets the hands through. Now it doesn't have blazing speed, and you're always hoping that you can get a good carom to Hunter Renfroe, right? Because he's got the good arm. Had a ways to go to get that one, and he slides in safely for the double.
So 1 out. Cruz at second base brings up Ryan Healy. Healy grounded into the 4-6-3 double play in the 1st inning. Double by Cruz breaks up a string of 9 in a row, retired by Lucchese. In search of his 8th win of the year. Coming in at 7-8, the ERA of 3.59 for the tall lefty. First year in the big leagues, and this is start number 23 for Lucchese. He's now thrown 50 pitches in his outing here through 3 1/3 innings. And coming off a loss to the Diamondbacks at Chase Field earlier in this road trip. Seems like a very long time ago. Up high for ball 4, and down to first base goes Healy. Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Well, when that ball leaves the pitcher's hand, you got to be a fielder. Matt Strom keeps the ball in the infield. It caroms off the big left-hander. Now he's got to make a throw to home plate. A lot of moving going on there to give you the good angle, and they get him on the tag above the ankle. Kyle Seager erased. That was in the 7th inning. And the bullpen did a nice job last night, particularly Matt Strom in a third. 2 hits, no runs, and he walked 1, struck out 1 Mariner.
You really get to see a lot in that angle.
Yeah. A lot going on. Pretty cool.
2 on, 1 away, and here is Kyle Seager. Trying to get the tying run at the plate here. Seager grounded out to second base in the 2nd, 0 for 1. Only 2 hits off of Lucchese so far. Mitch Haniger with a single in the first inning. Nelson Cruz with a double in this inning. Has walked 2. Seager takes a strike, 1-1.
That's paint down and away. Not much a left-handed hitter can do much against the left-handed Lucchese on that pitch. Joey going off speed, trying to keep the ball down, have Seager hit something on the ground and work that double play again. Got that 4-6-3 double play to end the first. Seager's grounded into 10 twin killings this year.
In there for strike 2. Picks up that outside corner. Padres were shifting on him earlier, not now though. With runners at first and second, they keep Galvis on the left side of the infield. Swing and a miss for Seager. He's down on strikes, and that's a 3rd strikeout for Lucchese. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Well, a couple of nice things here. First of all, the strikeout on the pitch from Lucchese. Breaking ball smothered by Austin Hedges, keeping the runners at first and second. Nice job, Austin.
First and second, 2 down in the 4th inning, and Christopher Negron standing in. Negron struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Take strike 1 from Lucchese. Negron has appeared in 112 games over parts of 5 major league seasons. Cincinnati, Arizona, and now in Seattle. He's played all over too. Major league starts, first base, second base, short, third, left field, center field, right field. He's got it all covered.
He's the Swiss Army knife for the Mariners, right?
And playing in left field in today's game. That's one way to keep yourself at the major league level.
Got that right.
60th pitch coming up for Joey Lucchese. 2 down. And it's lined to left field. It's in for a base hit. Nelson Cruz will be stopped at 3rd. And it's cut off by Myers. Base is now loaded with 2 down. Thought they may try to send him there with 2 outs, but as you mentioned earlier, Nelson Cruz not with great speed.
Yeah, you've got the arm of Renfroe in left. You've got that speed, or lack of speed, I should say. But then again, on the other side of the coin, you know, with the lack of offense for these Mariners, you might think that Scott Brosius at third base thinking, okay, 2 outs, I'm going to have you prove to us that you could throw our guy out. But that throw was right on line from Hunter. An outstanding throw.
So now the bases are loaded for the Mariners with 2 down. It brings up Gordon Beckham. Beckham grounded out to first base in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. Challenged him there on the fastball, and it's by him. Cano grounded out. Cruz with a double. Healy with a walk. Seager struck out. Negron with a single. Bases loaded. Well, now a foul makes it 0-2.
Okay, I'm going to predict it right here. Breaking ball in the dirt, swung on and missed. Austin Hedges pick up the ball, step on home plate for the force out of the inning.
It's quite a prediction with a lot of details.
Well,
0-2 pitch. And it is in the air to shallow right field. Incoming is Reyes. He will get there to make the catch. Looked like at first that may fall, but he makes the grab, and out of the jam is Lucchese. 3-0 Padres. Beautiful day in Seattle. Final game of a 2-game set from Safeco Field, where the Padres have a 3-0 advantage. Head into the top of the 5th inning. Big out for Joey Lucchesi. And back on the mound is Wade LeBlanc for the 5th inning, dealing with 9-1-2 in the Padres order. Spangenberg leading it off 0 for 1 today. A strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Fly ball to left field, sending Negron back towards the warning track and shy of it to make the catch. Spangenberg retired, and we go back up top for Francisco Mejia. DHing today for San Diego, grounded out to shortstop in the 1st inning, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. LeBlanc, 34 years of age, making his 29th overall appearance, 24th start of the year. Signed with Seattle in March after he'd been released by the Yankees. Previously played with the Mariners in 2016.
Yeah, he's got a lot of baggage tags on that suitcase of his. Padres, Marlins, Astros, Angels, Yankees, Angels again, Seattle, Pirates, Seattle again, where he stands right now at Safeco Field.
Earlier you had said he was from Alabama.
He went to Alabama, I think.
Okay. 1-2 pitch fouled off.
I think he pitched for the Crimson Tide.
As the Mariners have him listed as from Lake Charles, Louisiana, which is different.
Yeah.
But he did go to Alabama. You're right on that. In fact, he holds their all-time record for strikeouts, 334. In the air, down the left field line, headed towards foul ground, and the seats.
You'd think he'd be a LSU guy, right?
Sure.
An LSU guy. But Alabama came knocking and pitching for the Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide.
Whatever.
Not a big college guy, huh?
I've got to be loyal to my state. Fighting Illini. Lovie Smith.
1-2 pitch bouncing in, 2-2.
You root for the Huskies? Do they even have a football team?
Yes, and I do. It's not as big as college hockey is, per se.
Right.
Which is a bigger deal.
Love college hockey.
Fouled off around the shoe tops, 2-2. Hockey coming here to Seattle.
Yes, and hopefully getting the Sonics back as well. They're going to redo Key Arena, gut it inside out, and NBA back, hopefully, and NHL coming to the Great Northwest.
Sounders, of course, do really well here across the street, also where the Seahawks play.
Yeah, the Sounders, they draw like 40,000 plus a game.
2-2 pitch. On the ground towards shortstop. Gordon Beckham has been busy today and slings it across for out number 2. Brings up Will Myers with 2 down here in the 5th inning. Long wants a new baseball. And he will get one from Ed Hickox, home plate umpire. Myers flat out to right in the 1st inning, doubled, driving a run in the 3rd inning. It's a nice series.
That's how you take the sting out of the bat. First pitch change up to Will Myers. He has used the whole field in this 2-game set. Last night down the left field line, earlier today right center field with the double.
Aims at that pitch, finds himself down 0-2, changed up on him.
Okay, word on the street, there's no more football at Northeastern.
It's over, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't been rooting too closely. You know, I thought they lost their program.
And you're losing your mind.
I'll tell you this, college hockey there is solid.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the chance to broadcast several bean pots.
Really?
Which is a big hockey tournament.
Oh, that's awesome.
BU, BC, Harvard, and Northeastern.
See, now that's one of those sporting events that I would love to, the Kentucky Derby, you go to Wimbledon, you go to the Indianapolis 500. I would love to go to that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That would be fun.
Alumni get together across the country in different gatherings.
That's great.
Payoff pitch is on the ground to third base. This time Seager picks it, and the throw to first, in and out of the glove of Healy. Maybe the 2nd error of the game for Seager down there at third, this time on the throw. This will be the 3rd miscue of the day for the Mariners.
Wow, the front end is nice. It takes the short hop. Now he gathers himself. The sidearm throw, not enough on it for Healy. Wow.
So another error. Charged to Seager, this time on the throw. Made a fielding error earlier in the game. On a ground ball hit by Freddie Galvis. So 2-out base runner brings up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe down the left field line, headed foul. So like I said, I'm a big fan.
Guaranteed smile, getting a foul ball.
The 80th pitch coming up here for LeBlanc. Renfroe today 0 for 2. He is flied out to left and grounded out to third base. High fly ball for Renfroe to deep left field. Negro going back, looking up, and it is gone. Hunter Renfroe, the 2-run home run, gives the Padres a 5-0 lead. Hunter Renfroe with his 22nd home run of the year, and the Padres lead it 5-0. Second 2-run home run of the day for San Diego. Austin Hedges first, and now Renfroe. But that error is huge down there at third base.
This ball is crushed right down the middle, full extension. We've got exit velocity, we've got launch angle. And like Jimi Hendrix said, who's from Seattle, excuse me while I kiss the sky. 5-0, Friars.
There's Eric Hosmer with 2 down. Hosmer reached on an error committed by Beckham in the second inning. Struck out swinging in the third, and now lines one the other way. Diving in left field is Negron. Nice catch out there in left field. That will end the top of the 5th inning. An inning in which Hunter Renfroe hits his 22nd home run of the year. 2-run shot gives the Padres a 5-0 lead halfway through from Seattle. With a 2-run shot to put the Padres on top 5-0. Mariners coming up here in the bottom of the 5th. Joey Lucchese working here into the 5th inning. 8, 9, and 1 featured for the Mariners here in the 5th.
Yeah, I'm going to look for this inning for the Mariners is how they battle, if they do battle against Lucchese. Down 5-0, they've had the lack of offense recently, and it's almost as like, are they going to just fold up tent and, right, just pack it in? Let's see how Joey Lucchese goes after these guys. There'd be nothing better than a quick 1-2-3 frame right here, no doubt.
And second and third last night with 2 outs, bases loaded, nobody out. They could not score. They leave the bases loaded in the 4th inning. See what they do here in the 5th. Runner up the middle, ranging is Spangenberg. Off balance throw in time. Let's check in with Bob Scanlon.
Hey guys, here are our top tier plays of the game brought to you by Arco. Joey Lucchese going out to do some work today, and he's done it. Here in the 1st inning, he makes a pitch with a fastball, 4-6-3, gets out of the jam. He also had the fastball working to the outside corner for a strike, but it hasn't just been the fastball. He's used the curve as well. That's a good one in the dirt, blocked by Hedgie, and then with runners on base in the 4th, fastball in on the hands to get the fly ball. Franmil Reyes coming in to make the play. All in all, a nice outing so far by Joey Lucchese. He has not relied on any one pitch, guys. It's been a combination of fastballs to both sides of the plate, some curves, some curves, and guys, I don't know about you, but that's one of the things that I love watching when Joey Lucchese pitches is he doesn't rely on just one pitch and doesn't have to have one pitch being great on a single day. He uses the entire repertoire like he's doing today.
Seems like he keeps the hitters off balance doing what he's doing.
Absolutely, and I think that's a great point that Bob makes because there are some pitchers out there that they rely on 1 or maybe 2 pitches and they say, oh my gosh, do I have to go to my 3rd? And not the case for Joey. Tremendous confidence in all 3.
You know, Matt, I don't know if you've noticed this as well in some of his outings, but he doesn't have a pitch sometimes for the first inning, 2 or 3, and then he doesn't give up on it, though. He kind of sticks with it, finds spots to use it until he finds a feel for it, and then later on it can become a weapon for him.
Yeah, I think that boils down, or I should say carries over towards like the catchers, whoever catching him. A.J. Ellis, Austin Hedges. I think the dialogue in between innings maybe, hey, let's stick with that pitch, and the next thing you know, he's got a good feel for it.
That's a great point, because oftentimes as pitchers, we lose confidence in pitches, don't we?
Yeah.
Early in a game, and we'll shy away from it, and it's up to our catcher to say, no, let's stick with it.
A liner into center field for Heredia. 1 out single. 4th hit of the day for the Mariners. One out, 1 on, and it brings up Mitch Haniger. Has singled to center and flying out to the warning track in center field. Off balance cut right there. Speaking of off balance.
And that's how you get that grounder. You know, out in front of that breaking ball, you start reaching for it. Heads up Galvis or Myers on the left side with that right-handed hitter up. Good chance to turn 2.
Ooh. Throw over and a very late reaction by Heredia. Looks like he was leaning in the other direction. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Over to play it is Renfroe. Heredia is going to be waved around as it gets by Renfroe into the corner. Run will score, and standing at third base is Haniger. Mariners are on the board. Not sure what happened down there, but it got by Renfroe. Part of our sight line down that left field line to the corner. Mariners on the board here in the 5th inning.
You know, as a left fielder here, they've got that corner, right, where it jets out and then it goes straight down the line, and it goes. Oh, Hunter couldn't get to it. Wow. I thought he had a chance to get to that one before it went to the wall. Well, one of the nice things about having a 5-0 lead, now 5-1, but you know, you can make a pitch like that, they score a run, and still got some breathing room.
Now Haniger ends up at third base with 1 out, and here's Robinson Cano. Most career RBIs. Robinson Cano among active leaders on top as he grounds one to second base. Spangenberg will go to first and a run will score. So 2 down, but Haniger coming in from third base on the ground down. Cano picks up another RBI, and it's now 5-2. So 2 down, and Nelson Cruz has walked in double. .75 pitches now for Lucchesi with 2 down here in the 5th inning. Let's cut there. Didn't get the fastball. 2-0.
See, that's key. 2-0, fastball count, and Joey Lucchese goes off speed. That's big league.
Tight, 3-1. In the air to left field, deep and far. That ball is up into the top deck. Long home run for Nelson Cruz, his 35th of the year. Now it is 5-3. So 3 quick runs put together here by the Mariners and a long home run for Nelson Cruz.
Well, 3-1. Hitters count. Any hitter's going to be looking for the fastball and maybe adjust to the breaking ball. Let's see if Joey hits a spot. See the glove of Austin Hedges? And just up a little bit too much. At the knee, maybe a baseball or so just above the knees, and Cruz gets extended and extends this one into the upper tank.
So all of a sudden now it is 5-3. 430 feet on the distance of that home run. Ryan Healy now the batter, has 24 home runs of his own. Swinging for the fences there, strike one.
Remember, we said earlier that this was going to be the inning, the biggest inning as far as putting up a 0 and having those Mariners just say, oh my gosh, here we go, right? But they're right back in it. Third time around for Joey Lucchese against the M's.
Bounces that one in there to even the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Changed his mind in the middle on that swing, but couldn't hold up. On 2 strikes to Healy. 2 outs, bases empty here for the Mariners, who have scored 3 times here in the bottom of the 5th inning off Joey Lucchese. Two and 2. And Lucchese defeated the Mariners at Petco Park back on August the 29th. Allowed just 1 run over a career high 6 2/3 and struck out 9 Mariners in that game. So far only 3 Ks in his outing that is now extended to 4 innings and 2/3. Two to Healy. And that one bounces well in front of the plate. Ballsy has the look of a guy who may be headed out there soon.
Yeah, he's on the top step there. He's got his left arm on that railing. Usually he's kind of set back a little bit, getting a closer look.
Check swing foul. It goes into the Mariners dugout. A defensive hack right there by Healy.
Yeah, he may have swung at ball 4. Or fouled off ball 4, I should say. Kind of was a check swing.
Three-two. And a grounder down to third base. Myers gathers it
Oh, no.
Throw across is picked by Hosmer on the other side. 3 runs for the Mariners. It's 5-3 Padres. Padres off to the good start. Austin Hedges in the second inning with a 2-run home run, his 13th home run of the year. And in the third, Will Myers doubled last night and doubles today. Would score Mejia. And the Padres had the 3-0 lead, make it 5-0 on the 2-run shot by Hunter Renfroe. 22nd of the season. And the Mariners, after they had scored 2 runs, Nelson Cruz, the long home run to left field, gets the Mariners within 2. It is 5-3. Padres have the lead. Joey Lucchesi, 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. Wade LeBlanc leaves this game after 5 innings, giving up a total of 5 runs. Only 2 are earned. Hunter Renfroe with a 2-run shot. Austin Hedges with a 2-run home run. James Pezos into the game here now for the Mariners.
Well, sticking with the left-hander theme for the Mariners, Scott Service goes to the guy who's got 37 strikeouts in 41 2/3 innings pitched. Only 12 walks, in the ERA just above 3. Got to hold the Padres at 5. Mariners battled back in their bottom half of the 5th inning.
There's Franmil Reyes to lead it off in the 6th. Reyes 0 for 2. He's flying out to center and grounded out to shortstop. So LeBlanc ended up throwing 83 pitches in his 5-inning effort and departs on the hook. So not so good defense behind him. Costly as it turned out.
Yeah, 3 miscues.
2 by Kyle Seager down there at third base, 1 fielding, 1 throwing. And of the 5 runs allowed, only 2 are earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. But the Mariners are now into their bullpen here in the 6th inning. Just outside the bag at first and foul. It's Reyes, Hedges, and Galvis scheduled to bat here in the 6th inning. Trey Wingenter warming in the pen.
Oh!
Knocked down by Pezos and sends it into foul ground. So Reyes will reach. Hot shot that went off the glove of Pezos and all the way over into foul ground.
Well, I thought that ball was going to stick in his glove. It was behind his back. Let's take another look. Left-hander behind his back, and then a little hacky sack, a little flip. Hits a player in fair territory. Goes foul. It's a base knock.
Travis Jankowski's going to pinch run at first base for Franmil Reyes. Jankowski ended up scoring the winning run after pinch running in last night's game. So aboard with nobody out, and it brings up Austin Hedges. Hedges with a 2-run shot back in the second inning. Grounded out to shortstop in the fourth, 1 for 2. Popped up foul off to the right out of play.
Padres have to get at least 1 run back in my book. Right? Up 5-0. Mariners scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Get at least 1 back.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. 94 on the fastball from Bezos.
And the Padre hitters are going to have to turn up the dial against this left-hander. Remember, LeBlanc was about 87.
Popped up foul off to our left. Well, Padres had the 5-0 advantage in this game, but the Mariners all of a sudden right back in this thing.
Yeah, it happened quickly, and I feel it's important that the Padres, with nobody out, they got the runner on first base to get back at least 1 this inning. Joey Lucchesi was the 3rd time around against the Mariners, and just made some pitches that they capitalized on. With the way the Padre bullpen has been thrown, though, lately, I think that's a good sign for San Diego, especially if they get 1 more.
This one towards the gap in left center field. It'll get down, cut off quickly by Negron, and it's first and second with nobody out in the 6th inning. Back-to-back base hits for the Padres.
It's all about hitting your spots, and if the pitcher doesn't hit his spots, hitting those mistakes. 94 about belt buckle high away, and Austin gets extended. Good at bats this afternoon. The 2-run shot, and now a single, first and second, with nobody out.
2 on, nobody out, and Freddie Galvis coming up. Freddie 0 for 2 today. Out to center in the 2nd inning. Reach on an error committed by Kyle Seager in the 4th inning. That was the fielding error on a ground ball. Fouled off to the right out of play, and it evens at 1-1. Good opportunity here for the Padres to up their lead after the Mariners got close. In the air to left center field. On the move, Negron and Heredia. Heredia gets himself set, makes the catch as Jankowski tags up, heads for third, and the ball will get away. And that will end up not advancing any further. The runners, as they end up at 2nd and 3rd here. Jankowski takes 3rd. Hedges takes 2nd. Ball got away, but stayed out of the dugout, fortunately for the Mariners.
As soon as that ball was going towards center field, Travis Jankowski is utilizing that speed, and well, that would have been close if Seager picks that one. Oh, it hits Travis actually. Works to his advantage.
Well, a intentional walk here of the no-throw kind, as they'll put on Margot to load the bases with 1 down. And instead go after Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 0 for 2 today from the number 9 spot in the Padres order. Struck out swinging in the second, flat out to left in the 5th inning. Bases filled with Padres with one down here in the 6th inning. Fouled that one off himself for strike one. Off 0-2.
Pezo's pretty much a two-pitch pitcher. Four-seamer, slider. We've seen 95, 96. Kind of a straight fastball.
He's allowed runs in just 4 of his last 19 appearances. And a jam here with one down in the 6th inning.
Squeezed, huh?
Could have been a strike. Call the ball. Jason Bradford, who was up last night, up in the pen right now for the M's. One-two pitch. Very close again. And again called the ball. 2-2.
Take advantage of that.
Cano coming in from second base, and now the catcher Freitas will join the conversation. This will be an official mound visit.
OMV could be the name of my new band. Official mound visit.
I think you should stick with what you had before.
Like OMD, orchestral maneuvers in the dark, right?
Yeah.
If you leave, don't leave now. Well, he's got to leave because he's got a game to play. So he's back behind home plate.
Bases filled here for the Padres. One down in the 6th inning. 2-2 pitch coming up. It's outside. Full count now. No place to put him.
He's got to think fastball right here, don't you think? Outer half about knee high. That's general area where pitchers, if they're in a little bit of a bind, unless you have that confidence in that slider, you can throw it for a good strike. But I'm thinking down and away. Corey choking up.
That is strike 3. Wow. It was away. Should have been ball 4, but instead rung up is Spangenberg. 2 down.
But you know what, though? Pezo's got squeezed on 2 pitches that were pretty darn good pitches during that sequence of pitches to Corey. This one's off the plate. He gets the call, but there were 2. And finally gets him.
So bases loaded, 2 down, and here is Mejia. Single to left field in the 3rd inning. 1 for 3. And a pop-up. Headed foul and towards the seats, out of play.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
So 2 down, bases loaded, and Mejia here down in the count 0-1. Foul back, make it 0-2. Fastball running in. Mejia leading off for the first time in a Padres uniform. Pezo's trying to get out of a major jam here in the 6th inning. Padres have the bases loaded with 1 out. Now they've got them loaded with 2 down, and Mejia down 0-2. Fouls it off, stays alive. It's now 20 pitches here in the inning in relief for Pezos. Came on for Wade LeBlanc after 5 innings. Mejia strikes out. Pezos gets him, and the Padres leave him loaded in the 6th inning on top 5-3. Trey Wigginter into the game.
Last time out for Trey was in Cincinnati. That was a while back, so he should be fresh and ready to go. That was actually on Friday. Pitched an inning. He walked 1. He struck out 2 Cincinnati Reds. He's a strikeout pitcher as well, with 17 in 13 innings.
Travis Jankowski staying in the game after pinch running for Reyes. Now takes over for Reyes in right field. Kyle Seager will lead it off here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 6th inning. Joey Lucchesi done after 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and struck out 3. Departs with a chance to grab a victory, but needs some help from the pen. With the minimum to make himself eligible for a victory. Seager takes strike 1. Seager has grounded out to second base and struck out swinging. Padres shifting on him on the right side. Time called here by Seager.
Now the Mariner hitters are going to have to turn up that dial with Wigginter out there throwing upper 90s.
Lean on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Coming in hot.
Seager fouls it off down the left field line. Let's take a look at StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Biggest piece of the pie there, 42%, and Spansburg Galvis on each corner.
No 2 pitch coming up to Seager. And did he go? Yes, he did, says Jerry Meals. Seager doesn't like it, but he takes with him the first strikeout for Wigginter. 1 down here in the 6th inning.
Oh, I love this angle. Oh, he most definitely went.
What if he made contact there?
It probably would have been a double down the left field line.
So 1 down here in the 6th inning. So Christopher Negron. Negron has struck out swinging and singled to left field. Swings and misses, and the bat goes flying down the third base line. Threw that a long way.
Good launch angle.
Scott Brocious going to get it, third base coach for the M's.
Pretty good third baseman in his own right back in his playing days. Wasn't too kind to the Padres back in 1998 in that World Series. Good launch angle. I'd say that's about 110 feet maybe. Distance.
Pitch bouncing in. Evens up at 1-1. Wigginter able to strike out Seager to begin the inning. Swing and a miss on a pitch headed down. Good downward play in there.
Really a nice slider at 86.
Pretty tight.
That thing's biting like a mule, biting like a shark. Call that pitch shark sandwich. Try to hit that.
Should be the name of your new band.
Shark sandwich? I like it. Boy, OMV wasn't around for very long, was it?
You change band names like it's going out of style. What does your marketing manager do with all these changes? Think of all the T-shirts.
Adjusts.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch coming up. And that is strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wigginter. So 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Well, he is well rested, and it shows. He's hitting his spots with 98, the slider at 86. Everything's looking A-OK from Trey Wigginter in this inning.
2 down here in the 6th, and it brings up Gordon Beckham. Beckham getting the start at shortstop today for the Mariners. Is grounded out to first base and flied out to right. Wow. Called a strike there. He seemed fooled on that one. Foul back, 0-2. Dirt blocked there by Mejia. 1-2. Actually, Hedges, not Mejia. Mejia caught last night. It's Hedges today. Ball and 2 strikes here to Gordon Beckham. On the ground, fouled by the Padres dugout. Third base way. Two down here in the 6th inning. Beckham 0 for 2 today. Pretty good pitch right there.
Slider up just a little bit too much. I mean, Foxcraft's had it as a strike, but if that slider's up in the zone, it's not going to have the same bite. You know, that's a legitimate strike, I think.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. So Trey Wigginter comes in here in the 6th inning, and he strikes out Seager, Negron, and Beckham, all down by way of the K. To the 7th we go. 5-3 Padres. Brought to you by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 as Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Car Shield. And by RCP Block and Brick. Start your outdoor project today at rcpblock.com. Back in Seattle, where the Padres and Mariners play into the top of the 7th inning. Padres have a 5-3 lead over the Mariners. The new pitcher, Adam Warren, the former Yankee right-hander, comes in.
Well, he'll have to face 2, 3, 4, and hopefully the Padres can add on his 40th game combined numbers with the Yankees and the Mariners. Not bad. Although lefty's almost hitting 300. They'll have righty lefty do up this inning for San Diego.
And Will Myers, Hunter Renfroe, Eric Hosmer expected to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Myers has fly to right, double to right. Last time up, reached on a throwing error by the third baseman Kyle Seager.
Warren's pretty much a 4-seam fastball. He's got a slider, will mix in a change and a curveball. Once in a while, 2-seam it. There's the first pitch slider.
James Pazos came into the game and got into a jam. Bases loaded, 1 out, but he got out of the jam. Pitched his way in and out. Able to strike out Spangenberg and Mejia in the 6th inning. And ends up he goes an inning, giving up 2 hits, no runs, walked 1. It was intentional, and struck out 2. Bullpen is busy. Robert Stock is up. Jose Castillo was warming up, but he has now stopped. So just Robert Stock at the moment. Two. Myers rips it foul. Clean that out, but a foul ball out ahead. Sixteenth appearance in a Mariners uniform for Warren. A full count now.
Yeah, he's a strikeout pitcher. Averages a strikeout per inning pitched. 9.2 Ks per nine to be exact.
Spent about 2 months on the DL with a strained back with the Yankees. April to June. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Myers to begin things here in the 7th inning. So with one out, that'll bring up Hunter Renfroe. Homered back in the 5th inning, a 2-run shot, his 22nd of the year. At the time, gave the Padres a 5-0 advantage. Mariners have gotten 3 back. It is now 5-3. With the Padres batting here in the 7th inning, and Renfroe having a 1-for-3 day.
Right down the middle at 92. Followed it back to the screen. What would you have done with that pitch, Donnie?
Probably would have pulled it.
Really?
Yeah.
Show me exactly how, like, your stance and how you go about
It's
it.
kind of a.
So pitch right down the middle.
Yeah. And then, bam. I see Reed and then explode. That's the plan.
I got you.
Second base, Cano to his left. 2 down. That's what I do. Yeah.
See Reed explode.
Explode. Yeah, that's my plan. It's simple, really, if you think about it.
I smell a new band name coming.
2 down here in the 7th. The problem is the middle in. Sometimes my kitchen becomes somewhat of a problem.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Yeah, I'm boiling. 2 down for Hosmer. Big swing and a miss there for Haas.
You know, it is amazing, though, through the years of watching baseball and just seeing how guys are so good. That pitch, you're talking about that pitch in, getting the hands in quickly and keeping the ball fair. That's tough to do with authority. I mean, guys that could put the ball out of the ballpark that way. One guy who's wearing a Mariner uniform today, their hitting coach, Edgar Martinez, was one of the best at doing that. Try to sneak a fastball in on Edgar, no chance.
Think he should be in the Hall of Fame?
That's a good question. I don't know. Do you think a player should be in the Hall of Fame? Plays on both sides of the ball. You got to wear a glove. What do you think?
I think he should be in the Hall of Fame just because I think the DH is a position in the game.
David Ortiz,
Yep.
Edgar Martinez. Could they pave the way?
That might be it, really. I mean, as far
Where
as
they
DHs go.
Right? Okay. Hey, don't get me wrong. Incredible careers those guys had.
And flips underhanded in time to get Hosmer a 1-2-3 7th inning. 7th inning stretch, 5-3 Padres. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the new pitcher is Robert Stock.
Well, a great job by Trey Winginter. 3 up, 3 down. All down by way of the K. 26th game for Robert Stock. Another hard thrower from the right side. Trying to preserve the 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
Ben Gamble pinch hitting here to begin the inning. Pinch hitting for David Freitas, the catcher. Take strike 2 right at the bottom of the zone.
2 breaking balls, which is nice to see from Robert Stock. He's been very aggressive with that slider lately.
Swing and a miss, and Stock strikes out Gamble to begin things here in the 7th. 1 down.
Padre bullpen this afternoon is throwing some cheese. Winginter, 3 strikeouts. First batter faced for Stock. Swing and a miss.
Pinch hitter coming up, another pinch hitter. Daniel Vogelbach coming up. And Andy Green coming out. Vogelbach was introduced. So Stock strikes out Gamble. And he'll make a pitching change. Padres have a 5-3 lead with 1 out in the 7th inning. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And when the Padres return home, they'll have tomorrow off, and then the series begins against the Texas Rangers. Joey Gallo has 35 home runs on the year. Adrian Beltre, last 7 games hitting at .320. And Nomar Mazara, 9 games hitting at .333 in his last 9 games, and 3 homers during that time. The series begins on Friday here on Fox Sports San Diego. Here is Jose Castillo into the game.
Sunday in Cincinnati, Jose pitched. Extended his scoreless inning streak, 8 2/3. And there you see the numbers on the season. He's had a fine year at the big league level.
Like Zunino pinch hitting. Vogelbach got called back. And Castillo was introduced. So Zunino now in the game, pinch hitting here for Heredia. 96 and by him, 1-2. Robert Stock facing just one batter, struck out Gamble. 4 strikeouts in a row here for Padres pitching. Combination of Winginter and Stock, and they get 5 strikeouts in a row. You can add Castillo to the list. 2 down.
This is something else, and this is a great sign for those arms out of the bullpen. Castillo going up and in to Zunino. And the Mariner catcher continues to struggle, hitting around 190 this year.
Two down for Mitch Haniger. Haniger has singled, he has tripled, he has driven in a run. Takes the strike, and it's 1-1. Didn't agree with that call. One and two. The 1-2. Line foul down the right field line, out of play. Joey Lucchesi, the pitcher of record right now for the Padres, went the first 5 innings. Giving up 2 runs. Trey Winginter went an inning, struck out the side. Robert Stock a third, striking out the only batter he faced. 1-2. Almost hit him. Straightens him up with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out to end the inning. 6 strikeouts in a row for the Padres pen. Robert Stock able to get Gamble to begin the inning. Then Zunino as Castillo gets him. And Haniger, and all 3 down by way of the K. All right, Mike and Tony, thanks very much. Back here in Seattle, the top of the 8th inning, and leading it off is Travis Jankowski. It's a new pitcher, Ryan Cooke, into the game.
Ryan Cooke was recalled from AAA Tacoma just down the 5 back on September 1st. He's allowed to run in 5 of 14 games, and some defensive changes, Donnie.
Yeah, Mike Zunino now in behind the dish with Mitch Haniger in center, Ben Gamble in right. Ball by the third baseman, Seager. He was in on the grass, and that one gets by him into left field. We'll see how they rule this. He was pretty close.
That's got to be an error.
They ruled a base hit. He was looking at his 3rd error today if that happened.
Hey, you know, good for Travis Jankowski going the other way. That's a very, very fieldable ball for Seager.
A good start to the inning here for the Padres. Jankowski on to begin the 8th as they try to add on. Here's Austin Hedges. There goes Jankowski on the first pitch. And the throw going to be late, and Jankowski with a stolen base.
Not wasting any time getting in the scoring position with nobody out, trying to add on to the 5-3 lead. Airmails this one, and a nice job by Robbie Cano preventing that ball from going into center field.
Pitch was a strike, so it's 0-1 to Hedges. Tops it foul, down 0-2. On the ground left side to short. Beckham looks the runner back at second and then throws out Hedges. So one down here in the 8th inning. Brings up Freddie Galvis. Switch hitting shortstop, 0-for-3 today. Flat out to center, reached on an error, and flat out to center again. Cooke, the 4th arm used today by Scott Service. Wade LeBlanc started the game with the first 5. Bezos went an inning, and Warren went an inning. Swinging a foul tip. Ball and a strike to Freddie Galvis. Flips it foul off to the left out of play. Center fielder Mitch Haniger over towards right center. And Green going to the bullpen to begin the 6th inning, and so far so good. Wigginter, Stock, and Castillo, they've combined to strike out 6 straight Mariners. On the ground, slowly hit towards shortstop. Beckham will go to first and get Galvis 2 down.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
Now moving to third base on the ground out to shortstop is Travis Jankowski, 90 feet away with another insurance run. And it's up to Manuel Margot here with 2 down in the 8th. Fouls it back and out of play for strike 1. bounces in. Good pick there by Zunino. He saves a run.
We've seen at least a handful of those, right, with a runner on third base in this series by the catchers, both teams.
Jankowski getting that walking lead. Count of 1-1 to Manuel Margot. Padres trying to add on to a 5-3 advantage here in the 8th inning. And this one is lined to center. Haniger on the run will make the catch. And goes into a stumble out there, but he makes the grab, and what a catch it was. Robs the Padres of a run there. And it remains 5-3. Haniger just gets to that. Nice play. Jose Castillo, Padres holding on to a 2-run advantage on top 5-3. And Robinson Cano to lead it off here for the Mariners. That's 4 games, including today. 13 innings pitched for the pen. 0 earned runs, 17 strikeouts.
That is dealing. When you're talking baseball vernacular, the way the Padres relievers have been twirling, it's been fun to watch.
At 97 to even the count at 1-1. Cano, Cruz, and Healy expected to bat here for the Mariners. Popped up, foul ground. Racing over is Myers, but he won't have a play. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning, grounded out to second base in the 4th, grounded out to second base in the 5th. Evens up at 2-2. Last 12 games, Cano hitting at .326. Swing and a miss, and that is 7 straight strikeouts for Padres pitching. 3rd straight K for Castillo. 1 down here in the 8th inning.
And he goes to the breaking ball. Perfect location just off the plate. Cano's got to protect a little breaking ball, and the swing and a miss.
Andy Green making a pitching change here with 1 down in the 8th inning. 5-3 Padres. strikeouts from this bullpen. It's been amazing.
They are going right after these Mariner hitters, the hot arms out of this Padre bullpen. Upper 90s, talking wing and turf, 3 punchies. Robert Stock came in, third of an inning, 1 strikeout. Castillo, 3 batters faced, 3 strikeouts. And now Andy Green turns the ball over to right-hander Craig Stammen.
Now Stammen coming in here to face Nelson Cruz with 1 out in the inning.
Craig pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, gave up a hit and a walk. 66th game. Hard worker out of that bullpen for San Diego this year.
Strike 1 to Cruz, who had a long home run his last time up. Solo shot his 35th home run of the year. Also picked up his 1,000th career RBI. Pops it up foul this time. Myers headed over towards the seats. And the screen, and Myers reaching over, will not have a play. Jerry Meals, the crew chief, third base umpire there alongside.
Oh, right into the elbow of that gentleman there. But it was in the stands, so fair game for the fans.
Cruz strikes out looking. That is now 8 strikeouts in a row.
This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but it's not unbelievable because of the stuff out of the pitcher's hands of the bullpen. And yeah, he might have gotten a call there. That's the lane changer, 92 on the outside corner.
8 strikeouts in a row for Padres pitching. 2 down in the inning, and it brings up Ryan Healy. Healy grounded into a double play in the first, walked in the fourth, grounded out to third base in the fifth. There is strike 1. Strike 2. Joey Lucchesi, the pitcher of record, looking on with the first 5 innings. Down and in, 1-2. One-two pitch to Healy. He struck him out, and that is 9 strikeouts in a row for Padres pitching. Well, in this inning, Cano, Cruz, Healy, all down by way of the K, and make it 9 in a row for Padres pitching. Padres holding on to a 5-3 advantage. It'll be Corey Spangenberg, Francisco Mejia, and Will Myers scheduled to bat. And a new pitcher coming in, Matt Festa, making his 3rd appearance.
Festivus for the rest of us here in Seattle. He's going straight Colt League, Pony League, pants and stirrups. You got to love it. 3rd game for Matt, the right-hander. In the short time, you see the splits for the lefties and the righties. Only 2 2/3 innings work for the right-hander, Matt Festa. Uncle is his nickname. Uncle Festa.
Corey Spangenberg leading it off and taking strike 1. Spangenberg today 0 for 3, has struck out twice and flied out to left. Liner caught by the shortstop Beckham on the backhand for out number 1. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Don't get blanked by LeBlanc. 5 innings, 4 hits. They scored 5 runs, 2 earned though. Didn't get a lot of help from his defense, and he allowed 2 home runs. And Joey Lucchese, Joey was Joey. 6 hits, 3 earned runs, pitched well. Mariners got to Joey in that 5th inning with the triple, the home run. They scored 3 in that 5th frame.
There's a fly ball down the left field line. Long run for Seager. He won't get there. Falls harmlessly for foul ball. So he will get another chance. He with a hit back in the 3rd inning, a 1 for 4 day today. DHing today for San Diego. With 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. In there for strike 2. Kirby Yates getting ready for the bottom of the 9th inning. Was able to secure the save here last night. Mejia now, Myers next as the Padres bat here in the 9th inning. Play for Mejia to pull as Haniger, center fielder, over towards right center. Little pop up, foul ground. Zunino gives it a look but won't have a play. Off the roof of the Padres dugout and up into the seats. Inside, and did he get grazed? He thought he did. Grab it on his jersey, and apparently he did. So they will award first base to him.
Yep, got him on the right elbow. Yep.
So the hit batsman at first base with 1 down. We're going to have a pinch runner coming out here. Jose Perella is going to pinch run for Mejia. So Perella pinch running with 1 down here in the 9th inning. Will Myers coming up. Called a ball on a check swing. Close pitch. Didn't go. Check with Gabe Morales, first base umpire. There's a strike, and it evens at 1-1. A little higher that time. Outside for ball 2. Little dribbler down the third baseline. Over is Festa. His throw will be late, and Myers beats it out. Pirela will take second base. Didn't go very far, but effective as Will picks up his second hit of the day. Time now for our Carl's Jr. stars of the game. Austin Hedges with a 2-run shot. And Hunter Renfroe with a 2-run shot. Padres enjoying a 5-3 lead with 1 out of the 9th inning, trying to add on.
And you know what, Dunn, adding on is very, very key here, I think. And it's the part of the order to where hopefully for the Padres standpoint, have the wheels come off here for the Mariners. Multiple base runners, only 1 out. You've got some guys who can drive the ball out of the ballpark. Or for extra bases.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. The 2-run home run came in the 5th inning for Renfroe. His 22nd home run of the year. So now you got Pirela at second base, Myers at first. There's strike 2. Fastball picks up the outside corner. It's painted it. Renfroe hits a fly ball to center field. Haniger has room and makes the catch out there for out number 2. Fires back into second base with now 2 down. Comes Scott Service with Hosmer expected, and he's going to make a change here. With 2 down in the 9th inning, runners at first and second. Pitching change from Safeco Field in Seattle. Padres have a 5-3 lead. You're on now for the Mariners, Zach Duke.
Yeah, the veteran left-hander, Zach Duke, is going to try to come in here and get Eric Hosmer, the lefty. Scott Service wants to hold it right here. Multiple base runners for the Padres, trying to add on his 65th game with the Twins and the Mariners. Not a hard thrower. He's got to hit his spots, change the arm angle once in a while.
He comes in here to face Hosmer with runners at first and second and 2 down. Jose Pirela at second base. Will Myers at first. Hosmer today reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, lined out to left in the 5th inning, and grounded back to the mound in the 7th.
You know,
0 for 4 day today for Hosmer.
we talked about it in our game open, the 9th inning magic, right? Well, even with the lead, it'd be nice to extend that a little bit of magic and add on here. Have some breathing room in the bottom of the 9th. Hosmer was part of that magic in Cincinnati. And also last night when he singled in the 9th.
Lines this one right to the second baseman, Cano, and short right in the shift. Hot shot, but right at Cano. We head to the bottom of the 9th, 5-3 San Diego. Back in Seattle, where it's been a lot of fun today, especially for Padres pitching, as the Padres have a 5-3 lead over the Mariners right now as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. And what a stretch it is for this Padres relief corps, as they have struck out 9 in a row. And that is a new club record for the Padres for multiple pitchers to have 9 straight strikeouts.
And here's another guy who can add to that. There you see the graphic, Kirby Yates, as he enters this ball game, 55 2/3, 78 strikeouts. And talk about the individual record, was at that game, 9 consecutive strikeouts for Jake in the desert against the Diamondbacks. He had 2 strikes on Eric Burns, check swing, they didn't call it. It would have been 10. Would have tied a major league record. Tom Seaver.
Kyle Seager leading it off here for the Mariners. It's a fly ball pretty well to center field. Margot going back at the wall, and that ball is gone. Now it's a 1-run game. A home run for Seager to begin things here in the 9th inning. His 21st of the year.
Well, wanting to get ahead. Looked like a split finger at 87, right at the belt buckle. Manuel running out of room.
One pitch, and it's a 1-run game now. 5-4 as D. Gordon will be pinch hitting here. The Padres unable to add on in the top of the 9th inning. There's a grounder down the first baseline that stays foul. .268, 2 homers, 28 runs batted in for D. Gordon.
was so important to keep him off the bases. Utilize that speed.
Gordon to center field, just kind of flips it out there, and that's going to land for a base hit. So he is aboard now with nobody out in the 9th inning. So a home run and a single to start things here in the 9th inning.
Working underneath that one, out in front, and perfectly placed off the bat of D. Gordon. Splitting Galvis and Margot.
Denard Span pinch hitting here for Gordon Beckham with nobody out in the 9th inning. 271, 11 homers, 56 runs batted in. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Well, as a Mariner, Span has grounded into 4 double plays. That's over 259 at bats, so he's tough to double up. Overall in the year, 9.
Span, the foul tip, 0-2. Gordon at first base, nobody out, a run in, and Span gets timeout. Hosmer holding on to Gordon, who has not tried to steal yet. Thrown over there is Yates. Diving back safely to the outfield side of the bag. Leadoff home run by Kyle Seager starts the 9th. Gordon with a flare single to center. Now an 0-2 pitch to the pinch hitter Denard Span. Runner goes. Span fouls it off.
Oh, he had a good jump. D. Gordon with 30 stolen bases. The leg kick, he is off. Got to do it again.
Chop to first. Hosmer will go to second, get the lead runner back to first, not in time. They do get the lead runner in Gordon for out number 1.
Well, that is so key, and the advantage of being left-handed at first base, Eric Hosmer. As soon as he gloves this one, it's a force play at second. Throw a strike to Freddie Galvis. There's the splitter. There's the one hopper. And they get the speedy Gordon. Nice throw also on the third base side of second base by Eric Hosmer.
It's a 1-out runner at first, and here is Ben Gamble. Pinch hit in the 7th inning and struck out swinging. Gamble fouls it back for strike 1. Chris Herman waiting on deck now for the Mariners. Throw to first, and back is Span. That's a little closer. Gamble will take strike 2. 95 it on the outside edge. One down in the 9th inning with Span at first base representing the tying run. The splitter and missed 1 and 2. Hosmer holding on. Span at first base. Needs that lead over there. In the air to shallow left. Renfroe coming in, and he'll get there to make the catch for out number 2 of the 9th inning. So Gamble flies out, and here comes Chris Herman, the pinch hitter. So Herman pinch hitting for Zunino. First appearance of the 2-game set here in Seattle. .239 average, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. In there for strike 1. Right at the bottom of the zone for Kirby Yates. Kirby trying to get saves in back-to-back games here in this 2-game set in Seattle. Throw to first, and Span dives back again safely. On a strike now to Herman. Two down in the 9th inning in a 1-run game. Throw over again, and Span sprawling to get back to the bag again. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 and 2. Fastball running away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 9th inning for Kirby Yates. The 1-2 pitch. Runner goes, pitch is high, throw down to second base, and safe. Into second goes Span. Able to steal it, throws to the first base side, a second. And Galvis tried to slap the tag on the way by, but it appeared he missed. Stolen base for Span, tying run in scoring position.
Good pitch for Austin to handle. A pitch taken and up and away and just working underneath it a little bit. And Freddie doing everything he can up in the air, catching it, and then the swipe tag, it looks like from that angle, the whiff on the back, slides in safely. Two and 2 to Herman.
with 2 down in the 9th inning. Herman strikes out and the Padres win. Kirby Yates comes on and picks up the save as the Padres able to take all 4 games this year in the season series against the Seattle Mariners. They come here to Seattle and take both games here as Kirby Yates strikes out Herman to end the ball game, and the Padres win it.
You know, these hitters might have that split finger in the back of their mind, and he blows the fastball right by him, and the Padres sweep the season series against the Mariners.
Final score again from Seattle. The Padres 5, the Mariners 4. It's time for Padres Live. What's in store, Mike Pomeranz?